The eyes, like, okay, she looks kind of mad. A little mean there. Here's the Mac 10 variant, but honestly, before we even do that, let's look at these hands. These are so much cooler. And oh wait, way off to the side, you can actually see the bullet. That is so cool, and it looks really good on the ground. You can see that this Mac 10's actually doing additional damage. Can we have the effects from 2 different ammo mods on this? All right, and welcome back, guys. We just got a fire new bundle today, and this is the first time we have seen a stat changing bundle in zombies in a long time. I think this is the first one of season 5. So using the weapons in this bundle is actually going to spawn you in with a little bit of advantage compared to the normal variants of this weapon. And this is probably going to be the last Mastercraft reactive / ultra skin bundle we're going to see until season 5 reloaded coming out next week. This being the Tracer Pack Firestarter Ultra Skin bundle. Gain the burning desire for absolute victory with the Tracer Pack Firestarter Ultra bundle. Note this bundle features an Ultra Operator skin for Park and blueprints with cyan and purple tracer fire and fire element damage in the zombies mode. We'll explain exactly what that is once we get in game. So we're going to review this entire thing, and hopefully it's better than the Striker bundle, our last bundle review. Not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed with that. It definitely really wasn't worth the cost for everything you got. So we're gonna go over this, see if it's worth it and all that stuff today. So starting off, the first and main thing we're getting here is the EMBER Park skin, and this is the first reactive skin we've seen for Park. Reads off burn off some extra energy with the Park's EMBER Ultra skin. And going around here, this is a pretty cool looking skin. Looking at the back here, you've got this hammer with fire on it. Could you imagine if this bundle came with, you know, like a blueprint for a melee weapon that made it look like that? That would have been fantastic, but obviously we don't see that here. It does kind of look a little bit like the fire skin we've already seen before. The hands have the fire effect on it, so I can't wait to get in game, especially in a dark map like zombies, and see how that looks. And then just like the recent Maxis skin we've got kind of like an alternate like eye effect here. We've got fire eyes with this one that looks pretty cool. So we'll get in game with a closer look at that, all that good stuff later on in the video. Then the first weapon we're getting here is the furnace for the AK. And I really like the way this looks. This is what's gonna make or break this blueprint, and it's how this looks with mastery camos and pack-a-punch camos. If you can still see this fire once you put like pack-a-punch and mastery camos on it, that's gonna look absolutely amazing, especially with that suppressor there. So we'll get in game, test that out later, and it's gonna also have that extra fire damage spawning in. The next blueprint we're getting is for the Mac 10. This is actually like the second best SMG in zombies right now, so I always love seeing good blueprints for it. Oh, you can see a little flame on the back there too. That's pretty cool. Once again, what's gonna make or break this blueprint is really how it looks with pack-a-punch and mastery camos. Now moving on to our first non-weapon here, this is the Molotov Charm. Reads off proper grip, light the wick, let her rip with the Molotov Charm. And I'm a little disappointed. We've seen some animated charms in some of the past bundles. This would have been a fantastic charm if they would have taken kind of this blue fire effect from, you know, the hand right here and put it on the wick. That would have made this an amazing animated charm, and I always love seeing the animated charms. We don't get them every bundle. That would have been a fantastic addition, like, you know, additional thing to add to this. Fortunately, we didn't get it. Then we're getting the fuzzy feeling emblem. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm probably not going to run it. And then we've got a calling card to go with it. We'll test out how that looks in game, but, you know, it's just a calling card emblem. And then we get the hot look sticker, which kind of cool, but once again, it's a sticker at the end of the day. And then you get a tier skip, but you know, at this point I think most people have maxed out the battle pass. That is everything you get in this bundle. Honestly looks pretty promising. Can't wait to go in game and check it out. Before we do that, let's go ahead, enter a creator code. I personally don't have one, but there's tons of creators you can enter in and support. In this video we're going to be using code prestige, but I'm gonna have a ton of others listed on screen. If you use those, add it to your creator code, those creators get a little bit of kickback when you use that code. That being said, go ahead, buy this bundle, add it to our account, and get in game and start testing. No way, the bullets on her arm actually have the fire effect as well. I don't know how I didn't notice that when we were inspecting it, but here in the menu, you can see it really well. The tips of these bullets also have the fire on it. I really hope once we get in game, we can see that as well. This is what it does look like here in the menu. Looks pretty cool. It's definitely one of the better, you know, animated skins we've seen. But we'll only be able to tell once we view it kind of in third person with another account. And just like that, we're now loaded into Mauer Toten. So here's the Mac 10 variant, but honestly, before we even do that, let's look at these hands. These are so much cooler. And oh wait, way off to the side, you can actually see the bullets. I'm gonna have to adjust the frame here. If you're playing on a 21:9 monitor, you can actually see the bullets off there over to the left. That is freaking cool. But let's inspect some things now and see if we can. So there, you can see the bullets a little bit at the bottom. Those fire bullets is definitely the single coolest thing about this. What about the good job? That is so cool. That is probably my favorite thing about this. But moving on to the actual weapon itself, and let's turn our flashlight back on. This is what the, okay, actually it's too bright, you can't see it. This is the Mac 10. I mean, it looks cool, but overall it's kind of a lame blueprint depending on how camos are going to work with it. It does Wait, this doesn't have the fire elemental damage in zombies. The bundle straight up read saying it was going to have fire elemental damage in zombies, but it doesn't. We'll see if the AK is bugged out as well, but right now it's currently bugged. I'm not sure if they're going to fix it, but this actually is no different than a normal MAC-10. If you look at the bottom left there, it doesn't have kind of the pseudo napalm burst on here. It legit is just a normal MAC-10. So I think that's probably bugged, but for who knows, I don't know if that's ever going to be fixed. But what it read off in the description is currently not true. But if this blueprint was working as advertised, it would have spawned in with kind of like a pseudo napalm burst ammo effect, and pretty much any zombie that was weak to napalm burst, or any enemy type that was weak to napalm burst like manglers, you would be doing additional damage compared to the normal MAC-10 when shooting them without pack-a-punching the weapon. But it appears to not be currently active. So now let's take a look at the charm. And I mean, it's a Molotov charm. I'll probably never use it after this video. We've also got the sticker on the weapon if you care about that. But once again, probably going to be only for this video. The tracer fire, really like the way that looks. The purple and blue goes together really well. And then it has this fire effect when you shoot. That is so cool. And it looks really good on the ground. The fact that you can just shoot up flames on the ground is really cool. Ooh, and when you're killing zombies with it too, that really stands out in these dark maps. Look at that. Just the blue fire coming off when you shoot. That's pretty sick. With that being said, though, I've got to go ahead and try to get the AK. And since the AK is not on the wall, we're probably going to spend the next hour of me buying this box going for the AK. While I'm doing that, if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. Our goal is to hit 175,000 subs before Vanguard comes out. And on top of that, I got to give a massive thanks to everyone who's going to leave a like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. Those three things help my channel out massively and definitely helps us grow a lot. Oh yeah, and before I forget, this is the emblem and calling card and the way they look together. I mean, it's definitely not the worst set of emblem and calling card, but probably not going to be something I use after this video is over. Ah, there we go. AK. Oh, round 9 too. Let's go ahead, apply the blueprint, see if the nope. The stat changing doesn't appear to apply this either. So we'll try again right before I finish this review to see if it's been updated. But here's the AK. Once again, same fire effect. I think this looks cooler than the MAC-10. I'm not going to lie. I like this a lot. The MAC-10's cool, but you got a lot more of the flame on the back there. And that purple in the front looks sick as well. Same thing when you shoot zombies, they catch on fire as well. But like I said, pretty basic skin unless Pack-a-Punch camos cover it. But that fire effect's never going to get old. All right, here we are on round 26, finally ready to Pack-a-Punch our first weapon. However, we've got a Mangler here, and he's actually weak to Napalm Burst. And if we shoot him, we can see the little fire effect, which shows us that it is doing additional damage. So even though it doesn't show up as having the fire effect down there at the bottom, it is doing that additional bonus damage. So it just bugged visually, but these weapons are doing... Oh, look at that. You can tell this is an unpacked weapon on round 26, and you can see how much difference that additional fire damage does before you put Napalm Burst on. So let's go ahead and finish him off. But I wonder, yep, and the AK is doing it as well. I wonder if it's bugged out visually, if it's going to allow us to put an additional ammo mod on this as well. Let's go ahead, Pack-a-Punch it to the first here. And no, okay, well, we lose the flame effect, and we lose the engraving on the back. That's kind of lame. So that means every single tier after this is also probably going to look pretty lame. This, once Pack-a-Punched, is the same as the MAC-10. I have a good feeling about gold, though. Usually with weapons like this, gold looks good. But let's see. For ammo... Wait, no way. Is this bugged? Can we have the effects from 2 different ammo mods on this? So let's go ahead and put... Oh, no. Yep, it won't let you buy it. Because usually with weapons like this, you could only put the effect that it spawns in with. So nope, you can't put Shatter Blast, can't put Blade Route. So it just bugged out right now. So overall, it's pretty cool, and it's working as intended, but it's visually bugged out in-game, and it's visually broken, but in terms of mechanically wise, it's working as intended. But here's the MAC-10. I gotta go save up another crap ton of points so we can go ahead and do the same thing for the AK, and maybe the AK will continue having the flames on it. Now for the AK, hopefully this one turns out a little bit better with the pack. Oh no. Yep. At least the front of it's cool and looks a little bit different than, you know, a normal AK. But as you can see, as we're cycling through these camos here, I mean, none of the flames stay, which is super disappointing. I don't know why we can't inspect it anymore. But the front, I mean, looks a little bit different. The suppressor, you can still see the flames on the suppressor, but it's so far up in front that you can't even really tell. And one thing I want to clarify on, one thing that we get every single video, with these ammo mods, you're only allowed to put Napalm Burst on, and once you buy Napalm Burst, there's no additional effect. Essentially, you don't have any advantage. By the time you get Napalm Burst, the only advantage that these blueprints give you is before you buy Napalm Burst, it still allows you to do the additional damage to elites that you are given. So that's the main advantage you get with it. That being said, though, that concludes our zombie test. Let's go ahead, hop into a private match, and test out stuff on the MP side of things. Now, here we are loaded into Nuketown, and we're going to kind of speed run looking through the camos. Here's the base MAC-10 looking pretty fire, and then the AK also looking pretty sick. Now, here's the MP gold, and we're only going to show MP because Golden Viper is going to look the exact way. But wait, the gold camo covers up just the flames and removes the texture elsewhere. That is... what? Okay, that's actually unique. I don't hate this. I think this is the best so far. I mean, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like, I wonder why it... okay, okay, not on the AK though. But the MAC-10 with the gold, kind of looking fresh. Diamond on the MAC-10 pretty much ruins the blueprint. Same thing for the AK, Diamond ruins it. DM Ultra is really nothing special on the MAC-10 or the AK. And the same thing could be said about the Dark Aether camo. Once again, nothing special for either blueprint. Even though all the camos look kind of garbage on these weapons, I would still use it just for that fire shooting effect. Look at that. That is so cool. You shoot flames. You can even hear it when you get up close. Like, that is a really cool kind of tracer effect, the fire. And I like it a lot. You can burn the building. It even leaves burn marks. That is cool. It doesn't leave bullet holes. It leaves burn marks. Now let's get a closer look of the operator skin in game. I actually just recorded this entire segment, but I was looking at the point of view of the operator itself. But this skin is absolutely fire. This is definitely, out of the two fire skins we have, I way prefer this one. That blue hue over the entire thing looks super sick. The hands look sick when you're playing as the character. The eyes, like, okay, she looks kind of mad. A little mean there. The bullets are fantastic. The little detail put into it. And then the hammer on the back with the fire effect as well is super, super sick. I do want to see what this looks like in the dark. So let's take the character in a lighter or darker setting real quick. Here we go, looking at the skin in darker lighting. And yeah, that looks fantastic. One thing I want to see is, does it give you away at farther distance? I know the Weaver skin puts you at such a huge disadvantage at range. But yeah, that skin doesn't seem to stick out any more than a normal skin. That blue effect really isn't like highlighting you, but close range, this in the dark looks fantastic. I really like this skin, and this is probably going to be one of my new favorite operator skins. This and the Weaver skin look fantastic, super bold, sticks out a lot. I mean, just the skin, like, I like it. Not much more to say with that, but it really comes down to, is this bundle worth it? In this bundle, you do get a lot of stuff, but in my opinion, the only thing even remotely worth it is the operator skin and the weapons. The weapons do spawn in with that fire element damage in zombies. I know an outbreak for lower rounds that helps out, especially on Firebase Z, having the fire thing for manglers would help a bit. But I don't know. Overall, it really comes down to whether you like the skin enough to buy the bundle. For me, I'm not sure I would buy it if I wasn't doing a review on it, to be honest. But I'll leave the question up to you guys. Do you think this skin's worth it? Are you going to buy it yourself? With that, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video, especially if you left a like and a comment. It really does help me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Real quick here at the end of the video, I want to thank everyone who's became a YouTube sub or a Twitch subscriber, and extra special thanks to everyone who became an Unlock Plus Plus member on YouTube. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic. We've got Hunter Reed Don Doe. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta. We've got the legend Sergeant CJ, the ETOL lawyer you don't cross Hoss, the DMCA claim waiting to happen, Snap, and then we've got Luke.